what's up nerds? How you guys doing? So I'm doing a head shave today, as you can tell by the title. And I decided to just do it live. I'm here ready to go, and I had everything set up and I was like, you know what, let's just do it live. Don't have to worry about uploading it and posting it later, just get it out there. So I know this is last minute, so I don't really expect very many people to tune in, and that's totally fine. It's not gonna hurt my feelings, but I just wanted to get it up and get it up there fast. So I'm doing the first time ever with a Muhle R41. Flash boredom. You the man. Bacon Cutter, how's it going? Thank you so much, Flash Boredom. I was so surprised, happy when I saw that come in the mail. So thank you so much, Flash Boredom, for sending it. And let me show you. I guess I should show the razor I'm talking about. Look at this. He sent this. He piffed it to me. Beautiful Muhle R41. And for all you guys who know Flash Boredom is, because he comments on a bunch of videos, great guy. He's been on Cincy Shaves. He sent some stuff to Cincy. He started doing some videos. He did like a shaved end tour. Shouldn't say some videos. He's got like 5 parts, I think, to it. So Flash Boredom, look him up, and check out his shaved end tour. Josh, what's up, man? Glad you could tune in. So I'm not gonna really wait for people to get on. I'm just gonna get right into this. So I'm using the Muhle R41. And it's got a brand new Balzano blade in it. I love the Balzano blades for my head shaves. Very smooth, very efficient. Tony, how's it going, man? Glad you could tune in. And I'm going to be using my L&L grooming soap since I've heard and I'm using my Bama brush. So they got the night off tonight from the SEC championship. They couldn't handle business versus Auburn. So they're not playing tonight, but still representing Alabama. Roll Tide, so using my Bama brush. But yeah, I'm using my L&L Grooming Bandwagon soap, and Bald Rob sent this to me, so I really appreciate that. And I know the R41 is supposed to be super aggressive, and so I wanted a soap that I know could create a good cushion and protection and give good glide and slickness. So that's why I went with the bandwagon or the L&L grooming. So I'm just gonna get right into it. I've already put a little pre-shave oil on, and I was watching Spence Shaves on his Gem G-Bar review, and he was talking about brushes and not like mashing your brush down into the soap. So I'm gonna try that. I'm just gonna lightly kind of load the tips. You know, maybe save some of my brushes a little bit. And this stuff loads up so easy. It's got a nice powdery scent, nice barbershop, powder scent to it. So, just gonna splash a little water on. But how you guys doing? Everybody getting ready for the holidays, for whatever holiday you might celebrate. Hopefully, everybody's doing good. Enjoying life. I've got about 5 days of growth. Man, it is thick on my brush. I'm gonna have to get quite a bit more water into it to even get it to start spreading on my head. I always get a little nervous on my live shaves, so if I start rambling or saying stupid stuff, just tell me either stop talking, change the subject, doing good. Thanks, Tony. I appreciate it. Yeah, hopefully everybody's doing good, having a good winter here in the States. Good, it must be spring in Australia? Fall, winter here, so spring, summer there. For any people who are in Australia watching. And I didn't even think about this till after I started. Actually, I just barely thought about it. I know JC usually does a morning live, or mid-morning live Saturday shave, so I'll try and knock this out quick so I'm not eating up into his time at all and preventing people from watching him, because I'm kind of jumping in here unannounced, unexpected. It's unexpected to me too. I just decided to go live. So, Bald Rob, if you watch this later, thank you so much for this L&L grooming bandwagon. An awesome product. I haven't got around to trying the blades yet, but I will. And this L&L grooming is fantastic. The scent is not really my... It's a nice powdery barbershop scent. I'm not a huge barbershop guy. Third day of summer. Good. I love... Oh, speaking of spent shave, so I talked about him a little bit about, you know, not pushing too hard and splaying out your brush too much. He talked about... he was sad the warm weather was coming and the cold weather was going. He's a cold weather guy. I am the exact opposite. I'm a sun baby. I love the sun. I love the heat. Oh, JC's working. Okay. Good to know. I didn't want to blow up his spot. But as I was saying, I'm a summer warm weather guy. I was born in the desert of southern Nevada, where it's usually above 115 from June to September. And so I love the heat, going swimming, being outdoors. Anything above... Where are you at, Bacon Cutter? I'm not sure where you're from, so anything above 60 is too hot. Anything below 70 is getting too cold. So we're here in the North Dakota. Okay, that makes sense. That's actually so interesting little tidbit, I guess. I'm in the Navy. I'm on submarines. I'm a nuclear reactor operator on submarines for the Navy. And the first boat I was stationed on was the North Dakota, the USS North Dakota. And I served on that for about 2 years, and then they transferred me to a new boat that was getting built so I could help build one, the USS South Dakota. So I was stationed on the North Dakota, did some time on her out to sea, and now I'm stationed on the South Dakota. So there's a little North Dakota connection. Jarek, I'm with you. Cold weather is garbage. Yeah, summer's where it's at, man. Being outdoors, enjoying the warmth, going swimming, barbecues, staying up. I mean, summer's what's up. I mean, there's some cool things about winter. I mean, there is. But summer's where it's at, no doubt. Anyhow, I'm trying to build a really protective lather. I think next to my first time ever using a DE for a head shave with my Future was my first head shave ever, was with the McCurr Future. This is probably the most nervous I've been for a shave since that one, since I'm using the Muhle R41. And once again, for those of you who weren't here right at the start, no big deal. I'm doing this spur of the moment. And Jarek, good to see you on, man. I'm loving my Maggard's product still. This is a Maggard's knot and a custom brush. I ordered your guys' 26 millimeter tuxedo knot to go into this brush by Dave Ross over at MER Shaving. If you haven't seen some of his stuff, he's got some awesome brushes. And soaps. Awesome soaps, awesome brushes. Anyhow. Hot, sweaty, yeah, they were hot, sweaty, not too bad for the mosquitoes in the desert, but, okay, Muhle R41 sent to me by Flash Boredom. What an awesome guy Flash Boredom is. So, first time ever using one of these. I've heard so many good things about these for head shaves, and for those who came late, I'm using the L&L Grooming Bandwagon sent to me by Bald Rob. So thank you guys for this. So Muhle R41, first ever use, going right in against the grain. I've got about 4 or 5 days growth, I can't remember. So here we go. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully I'm not bleeding out everywhere. So man, that is, I really like the Balzano blades. They are very smooth for a head shave, and they give me 3 or 4 really good head shaves. If I try to push them to 5, it starts getting a little rough, but 3 or 4 really good. And man, that is definitely aggressive, there's no doubt about it, but it also, and you can see a little blood right here. I always get a little irritation right there by my ears. My hair is a little thicker of like a coarser hair right down here, and I always get a little irritation, just like 2 little spots. Anyhow, definitely aggressive, a lot of blade fill, a whole lot of blade fill, but it doesn't feel unwieldy or uncontrollable. Yeah, it is smooth. It is smooth, Josh. It really is. You know, it's going really, really well. I was expecting it to be a little harsher than what it is actually. And I'm going pretty easy and timid. And if you guys see me like zone out, that's because I'm really focused in. I've heard, yeah, it is aggressive. I've heard so many things about how aggressive the R41 is, and it's, if you look on like charts of aggressiveness, usually it's, if not the top, really close to the top. And so I'm going pretty slow and easy. But man, that is good. And so what I'm hoping and what I've heard about these is their efficiency is just through the roof. Just amazing efficiency. The Astra, I'll try the Astra in it. I did a face shave with it off camera to kind of get the feel of it. And I used the Rapira Platinum Luxe, and it felt really good. But I'll have to throw an Astra in there. The Astra is just a great all-around blade. Steve, the Suffolk Shaver, thanks for joining us, man. I really appreciate it. But yeah, it is feeling really smooth, really aggressive, but really smooth. And I know Kyle from Brown Man Shaves, the artist formerly known as Brown Man Shaves, he I saw him do a head shave with an R41, and he kind of did it. He said it was unplanned. He just was looking through his razors, grabbed one and did one, and he really enjoyed it. And he said he forgot, you know, how efficient and smooth the R41 is as a head shaver. And then it is definitely aggressive. But put the right blade in it. I really like the Balzanos for head shaves, like I said. And there was something else. There's something else Spence said in one of his shave, the G-Bar shave that was, hot versus cold shaving. I'm definitely a cold shaver. Definitely a cold shaver. What about you guys? I find the cold shave gives me less irritation, definitely on my neck, and typically a closer shave. Are you talking for head shaves, Abe? Between the R41 and the Rockwell? And yes, I've heard people will get one and be afraid to use them, or use it once and then shut it down and be like, oh, too much, too aggressive, which is fine. I mean, everybody's, you know, it's your razor and it's your face or head, whatever you're shaving. So if you don't like it, don't use it again. I kind of find it a challenge. My Gillette Red Tip, I really struggled with, but I'm figuring out how to make it work, and so it's kind of fun to figure that out. Now here's the part I'm most nervous about, because I got a couple moles back there, and I'm afraid this baby might just take them right off, which I guess wouldn't be all too bad either, because then I'd just be done with it, but I'd be bleeding everywhere. He jumped into deep water, both actually, yeah. He, my first was the Future, so I jumped pretty deep into water too. I got the Future, I thought, you know what, I'm a man, I can do this, I'm in the Navy, I'm a military man. Let's put this baby on a 6. And that was my first DE shave ever, was a Muhle Future, setting 6 on my face. And I don't think I've used it on a 6 since. But I have heard really good things about the Rockwell. That's next on my list, is the Rockwell 6S or 6C for head shaves. I've heard really good things about those. And sorry if you guys are commenting while I'm looking down doing the back of my head. If you mention something, yeah, the R41 probably would be. If you mention something and I don't see it, when I look up, try to post it again, because the comments show up for a second on my screen and then they fade away. So I apologize if I miss something, but I don't have any way to see the comments while I'm doing this. And typically I close my eyes because I find it gives me better feel. I guess saying L&L grooming is the wrong thing. It's declaration grooming now, but these soaps are. This one is the only one I've used, and it's very protective and gives good glide, good cushion, good slickness. So I really enjoyed it. If you guys have used any other L&L grooming or declaration grooming products, let me know which scents you really like, because I'm definitely looking at getting some more of his soaps. I guess it's stupid of me to ask you guys a question right before I look back down and close my eyes, so I'm sorry. Apologize for that. As you can see, I'm barely holding on the very end of it and just barely letting it glide across, not putting any pressure down, just using the weight of the razor head to do the work back there. Yeah, Bandwagon's what I got, Josh, and if you like powdery scents, barbershop powdery scents, that's what it is. It is just pure powdery goodness, if that's the type of scent profile you like. I'm not a huge barbershop guy, out of the big three, or the holy trinity of soaps: barbershop, bay rum, and sandalwood. I like sandalwood, but the other two are just okay to me. Actually, bay rum I don't really enjoy at all. Sterling also has a barbershop scent that is a lot of people like. It's a little different. It's not your traditional barbershop, and people really like the Sterling barbershop scent. Just cleaning up a little bit I missed before we go into touch-ups. For you head shavers out there, if you use a Balzano blade, let me know what you think. If you've used them in the past, how you like them. Local Gent Shaving Company, California Barber. Is that a barbershop scent? The California Barber, kind of a beachy barbershop scent is what it makes me think of, being California. Or citrusy barbershop. A light citrus scent. Okay, that makes California, that makes sense. I've heard really good things about Prasso, but haven't got any yet. Okay, thanks, Jarek. I'm not going to try and pronounce that for the 2 seconds it was up. But I have heard good things about that. If you like, more fall, deeper, darker scents. I think my connection just freaked out. My phone went red for a minute. Hopefully it's all right. Prasso isn't slick enough. Wow, interesting. I've heard a lot of people like Prasso, but I mean, obviously your mileage may vary, and if it doesn't work out for you or your skin, that's totally fine. Slickness is such an important part. Alright, that was a really good first pass. Really, really good first pass. Oh, quite a bit of lather on the back of my neck. Yeah, I like all the blades you listed, Abe. Really nice. The Vokshad, the Kai is fabulous. I like the Balzano. I actually got Maggards had their Black Friday sale, and so I picked up some Balzanos on Black Friday from Maggards because they had them really, really cheap. So I got some blades. I think they're called Lattice, L-A-D-A-S, Lattice. They're in a blue package with gold lettering. Haven't tried them. They were like 20 cents for a 5-pack, so I thought, you know what, I'll just throw those in with my order. If you guys have tried those, let me know what you think. The Kais are fabulous, but they are pricey. Alright, here we go, touch up. And there's not a lot to be touching up. think I was so nervous and scared of it at first that I wasn't quite holding the angle right. But man, it is really smooth, and hopefully it stays smooth for a long time. Babe, it's amazing you shave sometimes twice a day your head. That's just that is wild. I love the feeling of it being BBS, and your technique, and you must have perfected your process to be able to go twice a day. So that's really cool. "95% of the time, twice a day." Yeah, you must have your process, your routine down so good. Sorry, I'm kind of zoned in right now. I'm not talking too much. Yeah, your pre-shave routine, Abe. I thank you for that email. It is awesome. I've been using a pre-shave oil more often now. I still don't know if maybe I'm not using enough, maybe I'm using too much, I don't know. I don't notice a huge difference, to be honest, but I figured it's most likely not hurt. I know Steve did a shave a little while back, well, this is probably a couple months ago now, where he did half his face with pre-shave oil, the other half without, and couldn't really tell a difference. There's a little more slickness on there, and see if I can't. Well guys, I think that is, let's see, just about it. I think if I would have been skin healthy, that makes sense. If it's got a lot of good skin oils. I think hopefully my Wi-Fi is doing okay. Wow, really nice. Really, really nice. And I think I was a little overly cautious at first. That being said, you wouldn't want to get overly comfortable with this razor either, because it is definitely aggressive. But that was a good shave. Really good shave. Really, really nice product. The L&L grooming, really nice. So, gonna do a quick Kevy Shaves head wash here. When I had a post shave irritation chemotherapy. Yeah, I've been doing aloe vera about 20. Oh, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, Tony. If you put it on one side, face lather, you're just spreading it to the other. I get you. That makes sense. What I was saying about the post shave, I've been adding aloe vera into my routine. Someone commented, I can't remember who, and about 20 minutes after my shave, I'll come back in once all my balm or aftershave, witch hazel, all that kind of stuff is dried. Well, I'll finish this story. Once all that's dried, I'll come back in and throw some aloe vera on, and it's really helped my skin a lot. My head feels good, my face feels good, so a little bit of aloe vera added in 20 to 30 minutes later has made a big difference in keeping it hydrated and feeling good. So, alright, now I'll be right back. I'm going to rinse this real fast. Whenever I lean over, it kind of stretches my neck really tight, and I can always feel a little bit more right down here. So I'm going to clean that up real quick. All right, done. Towel off here real quick. We'll go through our post shave and call it a day. So, taking the alum right to my head. Curious to see how much burn this is going to give. You know, not bad at all. A little bit above the ear right here, which is typical. We'll see on the neck here. Really, really nice. Almost no, just a slight tingle on my neck, which is surprising. I thought it was going to be quite a bit more than that, to be honest. But a very, very slight tingle. Actually, there's a little more burn. I used my electric razor that I have, that I use to clean up my neckline. Because of the moles I have, I don't like using a DE on it, because I bleed for hours when I nick one of those moles down there. Anyhow, so I use an electric to clean that up, and there's more burn on my alum down there where I was using my electric than there is on my head. So that's awesome. So really happy with that. And while that dries a little bit, we'll go through what we used and keep going with the aftershave. So, the brush, the Muhle Shaving Custom Bama brush. Got the 26 millimeter synthetic tuxedo knot from Maggard Razors. I love this brush. I love the size of the handle. The knot size is good for head and face. I do like the 30 millimeter for my head shaves, with all the lather it can hold. But this knot 26 is really, really versatile, in my opinion. So really happy with that. And then we got the L&L Grooming Bandwagon. Bald Rob, thank you for sending this, man. I appreciate it. That was such a surprise. Awesome. Thank you. Let me dry this off real quick. I saw, usually Cincy Shaves will do his towel method. Thank you, Zach, for all the encouragement. Oh, good, Josh. No problem, man. I'm glad you feel encouraged. I'm glad I'm helping someone. But as I was saying, Cincy usually does this method, and then I saw someone whip it around like this, and that I find works better for me. I'm not coordinated very well to do this style that great, but anyhow. Okay, we'll rinse this and finish up real quick, guys. Let you get on with your Saturday. Alright, going. But Josh, I'm glad. Oh, did I cut out? I'm sorry if I cut out. Hopefully I'm back. Cart Shavers cut his internet. Hopefully I'm back on with you guys. It never told me I was offline, so Josh, no problem with the encouragement. I'm glad you feel encouraged by me. Hopefully, you know, you see my big goofy self up here able to do these shaves, and you think, you know, if he can do it, anyone can do it, and that's true. So keep at it, and hope you have some great shaves. But doing some witch hazel with tea tree. The tea tree is like a, what is it, an antibacterial or antifungal or something, help keep your skin healthy. So now we'll do our twisty towel dry off method. And then the star, the Muhle R41, awesome, very efficient. A lot of blade fill, but I think I was overly scared of it, which is probably a good thing, so I didn't go crazy and think, you know, have too much bravado like I did on my first face shave with the Muhle Future. But man, an efficient, good, really smooth shave. No blood that I ever saw or felt, so that's awesome. I think that's my first live shave I did without bleeding somewhere, so that's really good. Dry this off a little more. And I ordered this also on Black Friday, the L&L Grooming Bandwagon Aftershave. It was like $5 or $6 on their Black Friday, so I thought I'd get it. And I'll show you. Just gonna do a little bit. Maybe for some of you who've used their products, it is super thick. Maybe you can't tell in that picture, but it is very, very thick, like a really thick lotion. So what I did is, my main man Cincy Shaves, he uses lotion a lot as in part of his aftershave routine, post-shave routine. He gets his opposite hand wet a little bit, and then he'll rub it in to thin it out. So that's what I did with mine on my face shave, and it worked like a champ, and it felt great. My face felt really, really good after the shave. So a little bit of lotion in there. If you have a thicker balm or lotion type that you're using, a little bit of water helps you thin it out a little bit and spread it on easier. So tip from since he shaves through shaved Weiss. That's what Cincy does, and that's a great tip. So, all right, guys, that is it. That's the shave. Awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I know I did this live. Do you like cologne scents? If so, try Fine Platinum if you haven't already. I do like cologne scents. I really like a deep, darker cologne scent, oud type scents. And I've heard really good things about Fine products. I will have to try and get my hands on some Fine products. Kind of like you were saying, Tony, thanks for tuning in. Have a great day. Thank you. I appreciate it. But Abe, like you were saying in one of your comments, you're trying not to become a hoarder. I'm having the same issue. I'm actually talking with some guys. I don't do Facebook, so I'm not on any of the groups on Facebook. And so I've been talking to some guys through email about, starting to maybe trade stuff back and forth, and that way we get to try different things. And, no one's buying everything, but, I wish I could buy everything and, turn this whole bathroom, just shelve it everywhere and have shelving all over it. But I'll have to try and get my hand on some of the Fine products. I've heard really good things about those. So, all right, guys, everybody, thank you for tuning in. Abe, have a great weekend. If you haven't hopped off yet, I know you're, giving a thumbs up and telling everybody have a good weekend. So, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your time, whatever you do with it. Hopefully you enjoy it. Please be safe. Please be kind. Have some good shaves. Oh, man, I was thinking of a new ending line. Crap. The Dos Equis. What does he say? Drink safe, mis amigos? I can't remember. Anyhow, I was going to say something like smooth shaves, mi amigos, or whatever he says. But, alright, I ruined it, so there you go. Now I look stupid on YouTube. Anyhow, be safe, be kind, roll tide, talk to you guys later. Bye. Oops.